Okay, go guys. So I think you can hear me now. Okay, go guys. 31 is my own IP address. So here, as you know, okay, okay, guys, just give me 1 minute. After that, we will start the session. Okay, just only 1 minute. Okay, guys, so our setup is ready. Basically, guys, I'm facing lot of problem with the internet. My internet is not working properly here. So today is also sometime I lost the internet connectivity. Okay, because their weather is very bad. So we will try to today and tomorrow. If in next 2 day I didn't get good internet, then I will post on this session for night 10 p.m. Okay, so today let's continue with this. Okay, so guys, some of you are asking what is this 4.2.2. This one is a global DNS to check the your internet connectivity with the internet. Okay, so that's why I'm using this IP address. So as you can see, let me start this. So you can see, guys, here this one is showing time and TTL value. TTL value is the hop distance from my system. Okay, so this 4.2.2 is the 52 hop far from my this PC, and this one is taking 33 millisecond, okay, to reach up to this destination. Okay, as you can see right now my ping is stopped, so maybe again that internet latency. Okay, and now guys, next, not this, sorry, my Palo Alto lab. Okay guys, so this one is our lab, and in this previous lab, guys, you see we are able to make the connectivity from test PC to Palo Alto and Palo Alto to test PC. Let me clear that thing for you once again. Okay, so now guys, setup is ready. So now, as per our last session, we are able to make the connectivity from Palo Alto to test PC, Palo Alto to internet, okay, and test PC to Palo Alto. So let me cross check all these things. So first of all, let me check the connectivity from Palo Alto. Palo Alto to internet 4.2.2.2. Okay, we are able to communicate. So now Palo Alto to test PC. Palo Alto IP address is 10.1 and test PC IP address is host 192.168.10.20. Okay, so we are able to communicate. Now guys, today what we have to do, we have to make connectivity from this test PC to the internet here. Okay, we have to do this thing today. So for that guys, first of all, what we have to do, we have to create here security policy. Okay, inside the security policy guys, we will define which one traffic you want to allow from test PC to Palo Alto firewall. Okay, so guys here, now listen carefully. I have one question from you, for you. So here in this, wait, suppose that if I want to make the connectivity between this ISP router, okay, and test PC, so what we have to do from test PC to ISP. Okay, now guys listen carefully here. On this test PC, I can mention my default gateway is this one. Okay, so our default gateway will forward the traffic to ISP router. Okay, and I send ping request. So definitely this ISP router is trying to send the reply. Okay, this one is trying to send the reply message. So how this ISP will send the reply message, because I didn't have access of this ISP router. Okay, and I cannot mention here default route. So in that case guys, what happened, my ping request is going out from my test PC, but I am not getting reply message back. So guys, you have time, you have to find out what's the solution for that. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to allow traffic from our, this one is our trust zone to untrust zone. Okay, so guys here our LAN network object is this. Okay, so here we have to go inside the policy, and we have to add one more policy. Okay, so guys, for this we will give the name internet access. So guys, now this one is asking rule type. Okay, this one is saying universal default. So this one is our default rule. But guys, here is one more thing. After that, this one is giving us two more option. This one is intra-zone and inter-zone. Okay guys, so if we are talking about the intra-zone means from your within a zone. Suppose that this one is your trust zone. So if you want to send some traffic from trust zone to trust zone, so in that case we have to create a intra-zone policy. Okay, if you want to allow traffic from trust to untrust zone, okay, intra-zone means between two different zone. Okay, so guys, you're asking me we need to add route on the ISP router for the reverse route. Okay, you are right, we need to add the reverse route. But guys, you know, I didn't have access of this ISP router. So in that case, how we will we get the reply? My question is this. Okay, here we have add, this one is the gateway. But here, how we will we get the reply message back? Okay, you are right. If we have access, in that case, we will add here reverse route. But right now we didn't have access of this router, so how we will manage the things? Okay, so guys, here I am going to call the universal route. okay, for inter and intra both type of traffic. Okay, so guys, here description test rule for all services. Okay, tag guys, here we didn't have, so leave this one is not required. So next we have to add our source here. Which one is our source? I think this one, trust. Okay, so guys, but we have to check this one is the right trust, or wait, before complete this, let me check. Okay, because if we put wrong zone, then we will face a problem. Yeah, this one is trust and untrust. Okay, web access rule, description test, anything guys, whatever you want to mention in this. Okay, so source, we have to add our trust zone. Okay, source address, guys, here we are going to call our entire LAN network. So this one is our LAN network. Okay, and what is the destination? Untrust zone. Okay, guys, here we cannot mention here destination zone. Okay, reason is behind that because we didn't have any fixed destination. Okay, we have here multiple destination, maybe Facebook, Google, Yahoo, YouTube. You want to maybe access different websites. Okay, so guys, right now here in place of application, I want to allow all the application. In service category, I want to allow all the services right now. Okay, and after that action, allow and okay. Okay, now let me commit, and it's done. Okay, guys, so this commit process is little bit slow in the Palo Alto, so you have to wait for that. Okay, guys, our commit is done. So now, guys, as you know, this one is not licensed firewall. Okay, so here we are not getting any log, but guys, we can check log here in the CLI, show session all. Okay, you can see here we are getting multiple log here, clear session all. Okay, so I have clear my all the session. Oh, I think this one is the, let me check guys, this one we are getting this ICMP packet, show session ID 1.100. Which one IP address is this 1.100? We are getting reverse this. Okay, 1.100. I don't know guys which one IP address is this. Let me go back on my test PC. Let me check. Okay. PALOALTO Palo Alto ipconfig 192.168.10.20. From now here 192.168.1.1. Let me ping this ISP router. Okay, guys, I'm sending here ping request and I'm not getting response. So session all, and you can see we are getting here log. Okay, now we have to check this one log 597, show session ID 597. As per this log guys, you can see source, destination. Okay, source, destination. Your traffic is allow. You can see. Okay, we are not getting here any drop message. So guys, as you told, we didn't have reverse route here. Traffic is going from trust to untrust, but this ISP router don't know where is this 10 network. That's why we are not getting reply message here. So guys, for this, now what we are going to do here, we are going to use NAT. Okay, we will translate our this network 10.0 network with this IP address 31. Okay, then in place of this 10.20 IP address, source is getting this. Okay, and we will this ISP router will send reply to 1.31, and after that Palo Alto retranslate the net to the original IP address. Okay, this one is the way to get here reply message. So now guys, we have to perform source net because we have to translate our source IP address. Okay, so guys, now let me check. So here we have to click here in the net tab and add net rule. LAN net. Okay, so guys, here description tag nothing, net type. So here we are using IP version 4, so that's why we have to use IPv4. Okay, if you check here, we have two more type, net 64, which one is we are using for perform the 62 IPv4. After that we have net v6, net is for version 6, and we are not going to use that. So go with the original packet. Which one is here? We have to mention our original packet detail. What is the source? Trust. What is the destination? Untrust. Destination interface means Palo Alto firewall destination interface. This Ethernet 1/1. Okay, this one is not mandatory, guys. You can leave this as it is. Okay, no need to enter this. But here right now, let me add this. And after that, your source network. Which one is your source network? You have to mention that here. Okay, you have to mention your source network here. Source network is our LAN network. Destination address, guys, we don't know which one is the destination address. Okay, reason is behind that because sometimes we access Facebook, sometimes we access Google, sometimes we access Yahoo. So every time we will be access a different destination. So here we are going to use any. After that, translation type. So guys, we have to translate our source packet. Source is this. Okay, so we will be select the source address translation. So in this dynamic IP end port, okay, address type, how you want to perform this netting with the interface. Okay, which one interface? Ethernet 1/1. We have to select this interface. Okay, after this, guys, we have to select the WAN IP. With which one interface you want to translate your LAN network with this 1.31. Okay, and done. So now let me commit. Okay, so guys, don't worry if this netting concept is not clear for you. Today I'm just going to make the connectivity up. Okay, and then I think after policy we will be cover this entire netting. In that we will be see source net, destination net, unet, multiple things we will be check here. Okay. Okay, guys. So this one is the way. Now let me go back on my test PC. Okay, and let me access this. So guys, now you can see we are getting access of our ISP router, and after this, guys, now let me try to ping 4.2.2.2. We are able to ping. Okay, now let me try to ping google.com. I'm not able to ping google.com. Maybe guys here I didn't mention the what. Yeah, it's a working. Okay, I am able to ping Google also. So all the connectivity is perfectly working. Even you can check here, show session all. Okay, you can see DNS query here. Okay, so guys, here in this packet we are sending all the type of request, but now first of all today we have to allow only some specific service. Okay, I don't want to use this any. Okay, so guys, now I have one question for you. So suppose that if I want to access google.com from this PC, I want to access google.com. Okay, so I think right now I am able to access Google. Let me try to open. On this PC, not on this browser, not the Chrome. This one is taking too much time. Hmm. Okay guys, just tell me if I want to access google.com from this test PC and which port we have to allow. Okay, so you have to tell me which port and which services we have to allow to access google.com. Okay, that guys, just leave this rule as it is. Okay, so here, to access the google.com, first of all we need https. Okay, http, then we need DNS. Okay, yes, right. So we need all these services. So let's see, if you want to see all these services, for that you have to go in the object tab. Okay, object, here in the service object. Okay, so by default on the Palo Alto you can see we have two services. One is the HTTP, another one is the HTTPS. Okay, yeah guys, HTTPS, you are right. So here we have to create object for DNS. Okay, so SCRBIC services DNS. Okay, so guys, here we are getting two options. One, this one is asking destination port and source port. Port is showing little bit in the red color, light red, and destination port is just not required. This one is not mandatory. Okay, so guys, it doesn't matter you are sending request from the port number 100, 200, 5000. That thing doesn't matter, but your request, if you are sending to DNS, so that request should be on port number 53. If you are sending request on the HTTP, so that request should be on the port number 80, and it's HTTPS, then it should be on the 443. Okay, so that's why here we are getting option for the DNS, and this one is the protocol. DNS using UDP protocol 53. Okay, so our DNS service is ready. So guys, now we have all the services which is required to access your Google. Okay, so now let me go back in the policy. Okay, so here in the web access rule, previously guys, I am using everything: source, trust, source addresses over LAN network, destination untrust, and any. Okay, application, right now guys we are not going to study about the application, we will be studying the next. Okay, here in the service tab guys, so definitely we have to call our services here. Which services required? DNS, HTTP, and HTTPS. Okay, action allow, no need to change, make any changes in this. Okay guys, done. So now let me commit. Okay guys, here is the one thing we are not able to see logs here. To show the log on the license firewall, I will arrange something for that also. Okay, close. Okay, so guys, now you can see we are using some specific services. So now let me go back on the test PC. This one is the test PC. Okay guys, this PC is getting little bit slow. You can see we are able to access Google. Okay, this system is okay, but guys, internet speed here literally guys, I'm getting only 2-3 Mbps speed. Okay, so but as you know, we have allow HTTP, HTTPS and DNS. So what do you think guys, I am able to ping Google or not? What do you think guys? Just reply me in the live chat. No, we are not able to ping. Reason? Because we didn't allow ICMP traffic. We only allow SSH, DNS, all these type of services. Okay guys. So in this way, if you want to allow FTP, any other services, so you have to create here the service object, and after that you are able to allow that. Okay. But guys, with the help of services, we are facing lot of problem with that. Okay, so basically let me explain you the thing. What is the problem with the services if you are using only service port? Okay, suppose that, as you know, right now we allow DNS port 53. Okay, so our firewall doesn't matter, you are sending only DNS traffic on this port, or maybe someone can send some attack on this. Even torrent can use this port to download the data. Okay, so that's why this one is not secure way. So that's why your all the next generation firewall, they are working with the applications. Okay, they are working with the application. Okay, so guys, in the Palo Alto and all other firewall vendor, they have their own application database. In the Palo Alto guys, that database is called Applipedia. Okay, in the Palo Alto, this one is called Applipedia. Okay, even you can access that Palo Alto database directly through the internet. Palo Alto applications, this applipedia.paloalto network. Okay, so this one is the all application database, category, subcategory, technology, risk, characteristic. So total on the Palo Alto, we have 3,232 application. Guys, just remember this thing today. Today on the 5th June, we have only 3,232 application. If you check this database after 10-20 days, maybe this application will be increase. There will be a few more application in this database. Okay, so next guys, we have to check this database on the our Palo Alto firewall. As you know guys, in this firewall I didn't have license, so we have our old database. Okay, so to check the application database, we have to click here, applications. Okay, so here right now you can see on the this firewall we have 2,725 applications. Okay, we get all the application like ping, DNS, all the application. So guys, right now I'm going to call this ping application. Okay, because we have to allow also ping. For that I am going to create one more rule. Okay, ping universal sources, guys, same trust, destination, untrust, application, guys, ping. Okay, just type here, you will get the ping. Okay,